Farming today is exciting and a competitive business. There are new difficulties to meet, new problems to solve, new ideals to attain. As with any business, ever present is the problem of keeping production costs substantially below income. Farmers today are able to face every production challenge with new materials, new machines, new power. And industry provides what counts most, ever higher efficiency in the use of power, both manpower and horsepower. A recent contribution to more complete use of power in farming is the new Case 300 series, with models to fit every crop and every farming system, with engines to burn any of the four fuels: gasoline, distillate, LP gas, and diesel fuel. Let's look first at the power plant. The Case 300 series tractor is powered by new power torque engines. Power torque means unusual power not only for full normal loads through a wide range of engine speeds, but also ability to lug along through peak loads resulting from hard spots in the field or heavy uphill pulls. For example, supposing you are pulling a normal load at the tractor-rated engine speed of 1750 RPM, and you encounter unusually hard ground or start climbing a hill. The overload may reduce the engine speed, but the drawbar pull of the tractor will increase 12% if the engine speed is pulled down to 1200 RPM. Another advantage of Case power torque is the ability of the engine to continue pulling its normal load even when throttled to half speed and without shifting gears. You need only use the throttle to reduce speed at the end of the field for making short turns or slow the tractor to a snail's pace for transplanting or small crop cultivation. Besides its brilliant torque performance, the Case 300 engine has many other qualities that assure continuous, dependable power under all kinds of working conditions. This sectional drawing shows how lubricating oil is forced under pressure to the camshaft bearings, main bearings, rod bearings, and timing gears, and also to the valve rocker arms. The floating screen picks up only clean surface oil in the crankcase. A dependable filter constantly cleans the oil. The cooling system of the new Case 300 is the most efficient that science can design. The cooling water circulated by a dependable pump and temperature controlled by a sensitive thermostat completely surrounds the combustion chambers and valve guides, also the full length of the cylinder sleeves. The replaceable wet sleeves are of even thickness for uniform cooling. This cooling system is pressurized to provide more efficient engine operation. Thorough lubrication and efficient cooling, plus precision-timed ignition and fuel miser carburation, give the Case 300 owner assurance of full power and low fuel cost through long periods of use. Dynamic delivery of power by the engine is only the start of sparkling tractor performance. Efficient transmission and utilization of the power are just as important. Here are the transmission and clutch parts of the new Case 300. The main clutch is foot-operated. It is of the heavy-duty dry disc type, 9 1/4 inches in diameter, substantially larger than for most tractors of similar size. Behind the main clutch is the multiple plate clutch, which is bathed in oil. It adds the convenience of a hand clutch, as well as providing constant power takeoff operation. Next are the high and low range gears. These gears, with the standard gears at left, give the Case 300 tractor the magic 12, a triple range transmission with 12 forward gear speeds. This view shows the standard gear lever and the range selector. For most farm work, it is necessary to shift only one lever when moving from one gear position to another. For example, in standard first gear, when moving from low range to high range travel speeds, shifting to low range gives you a full tractor speed of 1 1/2 miles per hour. Shifting the range lever to direct gives you a full speed of 2 1/2 miles per hour. Shifting the range lever to high position gives you a speed of 4 miles per hour. All these speeds without shifting from standard first gear. This bar chart pictures the speed range in each of the 12 forward gear positions from half throttle to open throttle. Creeper speeds in the lower gears ranging from 1 1/2 to 2 1/2 miles per hour at full throttle meet the needs of the most difficult power takeoff operations, such as spraying, combining down and tangled grain, chopping heavy forage, or baling tangled windrows of hay. Creeper gear speeds at half throttle adapt the 300 to close cultivating of small row crops and pulling transplanters. The first 5 gear positions adapt the Case 300 to all variations of heavy field work in speeds up to almost 4 miles per hour. 5 more gear positions providing travel speeds from 4 to 8 miles per hour permit fast coverage for medium to light field work, spike harrowing, rotary hoeing, and similar operations. For light farm hauling, you can travel 6 to 12 miles per hour. You move 10 to 20 miles per hour in top gear high range for highway transport. The triple range transmission also provides 3 reverse gear speeds. But gears do more than provide suitable drawbar power and speeds. A smooth-running spiral bevel gear applies the engine power to the belt pulley, which is properly placed ahead and at the operator's right for easy lineup to the driven machine. Another advance in application of engine power is the new safety lock hydraulic system to raise, lower, and adjust implements. The high-capacity pump is driven directly from the engine's flywheel and is therefore constant running. And yet, the drive gear can be disengaged when the hydraulic system is not needed. These are the hydraulic parts that operate the tractor's Eagle hitch system. A convenient hand control actuates a valve which directs oil under pressure to the lifting ram. The ram can be held in fixed position or set to float freely. To operate a remote cylinder, another hand control, valve, hose lines, and couplings can be readily installed. Both systems are locked automatically when the engine is stopped, an important safety feature. Implements cannot be lowered accidentally. The owner of a new Case 300 tractor can make full use of the engine's power because it can be applied to useful work in so many ways. Let's consider first the application of hydraulics. Slight pressure on the inner control lever brings into action hundreds of pounds of force. The main purpose of this force is to raise and lower sturdy implements mounted on the Eagle hitch. The control lever returns to neutral position automatically at the end of the raising or lowering motion. There is also a floating position which permits implements to set their own level and work at even depth. The outer lever operates a remote ram or portable cylinder. The same standard hydraulic cylinder can be used on all machines and implements that conform to ASAE standards. And regardless of how used, the cylinder can be quickly coupled to the tractor's hydraulic system. Although the stroke or position of the cylinder arm can be precisely controlled by the control lever, an adjustable stop on the cylinder sets a fixed limit on the stroke if desired. Hydraulic force from the remote cylinder can be usefully applied in many ways. It can be used to adjust the suction on a mounted plow for precise depth control. It can be used to shift right and left bottoms on two-way plows. It is used to adjust the cutting height of combines, windrowers, forage choppers, and other harvesting machines. The safety lock hydraulic system of the new Case 300 tractor provides quick coupling of the three-point eagle hitch to mounted implements. The draft arms of the tractor are precisely lowered for alignment with the implement's draft pins. The self-locking hitch couplings rise to hook the pins. The couplings automatically lock to the pins. Then you connect the turnbuckle top link, press the hydraulic lever to raise the implement, and drive away. Handy as it is, quick coupling is but a minor feature of the Case Eagle hitch. More important is the design, which permits the implement to float freely for steady operation in uneven ground. The plow sets its own depth by suction, precisely controlled by the operator. And near the operator is the easily operated crank for adjusting the level of the plow and other mounted implements. With all implements, increased draft due to depth or hard ground automatically exerts increased downward pressure on the rear tractor wheels to give added traction. Power takeoff application of tractor power has received major consideration in the design of the new Case 300. It follows all the rules for efficient power takeoff coupling as set forth by the American Society of Agricultural Engineers. The splined end of the shaft, being centrally located between the tractor wheels, allows maximum room for turns to either right or left. A spread of only 9 inches between the shaft and the drawbar reduces telescoping of the shaft in going over rough ground. Coupling a properly engineered implement or machine to the tractor is a simple matter. With a machine hitched to drawbar, the operator slides the self-locking front universal over the splined power shaft. He connects the safety shield and the hose lines for the hydraulic header adjustment. In a jiffy, he's ready for field operation. The straight line drive from tractor to combine permits short turns to right or left, reduces wear on the universals, and puts more of the tractor's power to useful work. The Case 300 also has constant power takeoff. You can control movement of the tractor with either the foot clutch or the hand clutch, but use of the hand clutch permits continuous operation of the power takeoff, whether the tractor is moving or standing. The advantage of this continuous flow of power can be appreciated when mowing heavy hay or combining down and tangled grain. The Case 300 has a swinging drawbar for pulling trailed machines. The swinging drawbar pulls from a point ahead of the tractor's rear axle. This makes steering easier and takes less power for making field turns with heavy loads. When a load is moved backward, teeth in the quadrant lock the drawbar in straight position to prevent jackknifing. Some operators may prefer this drawbar, which is quickly attached to the Eagle hitch draft arms. While not suited for all drawbar work, this Eagle hitch unit has the advantage of being instantly adjustable for height. Most of the implements for the new Case 300 are quickly attached, rear-mounted units for the Eagle hitch. These include a simple, sturdy row crop cultivator, but most operators prefer a front cultivator. A front-mounted cultivator is within sight of the operator at all times. Easy steering combined with a quick response to steering is a decided advantage in following crooked or curved rows on the contour. Exceptionally easy steering, short turning radius, and powerful assisting brakes enable the operator to make quick pivot turns at the headlands. Both the 2-row and the 4-row cultivators for the new Case 300 have a drive-in feature that does away with all heavy lifting and tedious attachment. Starting with the cultivator in storage position, the operator drives into it. Only a few connections are required to secure the cultivator to the tractor and be ready for the field. If your wife or daughter can drive a car, she can handle the new Case 300 with ease, comfort, and safety. She can easily mount the low platform and operate the tractor either sitting or standing. When standing, she is protected by the safety pushback seat, broad platforms, and ample fenders. The torsion rubber, shock-absorbing spring of the cushion seat is adjustable without tools to suit the weight and height of the operator. It takes only slight pressure to apply the sensitive brakes. When latched together, the 2 wheel brakes act as a single unit for transport or parking. A convenient lock holds the brakes for parking. The lock releases automatically when foot pressure is applied to the brakes. You never saw a tractor so trim in looks, so completely protected, yet so handy for servicing. The panel sides of the hood roll back for access to the oil level gauge or other parts to be inspected. The radiator grill swings forward to expose the oil bath air cleaner for easy servicing. The hood top lifts up for checking the battery and radiator and for refueling. And observe the convenient position of the hand throttle, gear shift lever, and foot clutch. You have every convenience you want in the new Case 300, including the Tell Easy instrument panel, which tells you at a glance the engine oil pressure, the fuel supply, travel speed, the engine speed, proper engine speed for power takeoff, hours of tractor use, engine temperature, electric charging rate. Because it provides a wide choice of wheel treads, the new Case 300 is adapted to working a wide range of row crops. The rear wheels can be spaced at any distance from 48 to 88 inches. This view shows a narrow spacing. Observe the ample footroom on the platforms. When the wheels are set out to maximum tread of 88 inches, the fenders and platforms can be extended about 3 inches on each side to give even more footroom and continued protection for the operator. A handy Eagle hitch tractor jack is available to hoist the tractor for making wheel tread adjustments. The tractor hydraulic system operates the jack. For the most common treads, such as needed for plowing and cultivating, power-adjusted wheels are a real convenience. After loosening the jack screws and setting the spacing stops, the operator applies power to the wheel, causing the rim and tire to slide in or out on the wheel to the desired tread. Setting the adjustable front axle for different row widths is quickly done by loosening a few bolts. From this tread of 52 inches, the axle can be extended to a full tread of 80 inches as well as to intermediate positions. The wheels cannot be thrown out of alignment in making this adjustment on the Case 300. The 9 3/4 foot turning radius of the new Case 300 with adjustable front axle makes it unusually well suited to vegetable growing and irrigation farming. The new Case 300 tractor can be equipped to perform well over 100 farm power operations, including all tillage operations with trailed or mounted implements, seeding and fertilizing, row crop planting and cultivating, all haying operations, digging post holes, lifting posts, digging ditches, building terraces, hoisting heavy machinery, hauling grain and produce to market, spraying, dusting, and many other operations. You are looking at the low-profile utility tractor. Available also is this general-purpose model with adjustable front axle. Observe the high underclearance for row crop work. The general-purpose model is also available with dual front wheels. All Case 300 tractor models burn gasoline, distillate, LP gas, or diesel fuels. Be sure to try out the new Case 300 on your own farm. Take the wheel. Get the glorious feel of purring power with a pace to fit every task. A pull to make the most of weight and traction. Enjoy riding comfort and steering ease that make long days seem short. And remember, the same daring design that brings you beauty, comfort, convenience, also brings new economy and new capacity, found only in the Case 300.